Hello, in today's video I'm going to be taking this (1992) Games Workshop miniature and giving it a new paint job. Here we go, insert joke here regarding this creamy liquid. It's actually paint stripper. Give a model a good coating of this, leave it for 4 hours. Once the 4 hours has passed, dip it in some water, give it a shake around, take it out, and yes, most of the paint is still on there, so we're going to need to do a little bit more work on this guy with a trusty craft knife. Once most of it's off, give it a brush with a brush, and yeah, that's cleaned up pretty nicely. Trusty Xenophil highlight. That'll do. Let's get on and paint it. My usual process here, the Games Workshop process of base coat, layer, wash, or is it base coat, wash, layer? Anyway, you'll see now. There's only a few colours being used here. Green, bone colour, khaki, bit of grey, bit of metallic, that'll do. Let's add a bit of contrast with some purple and some blue. I'm not sure what this thing is on his head. It looks like some sort of dried out skull, but it's got a good head of hair, so we'll paint that grey. Once it's all dry, we'll give it a wash of green on the green areas and a sort of reddy brown colour on all the bone areas. Now to the layering, using 3 colours here, the original green, a lighter one and a white. Then we're going to go around the model, highlighting the various areas, layering them up, covering a smaller area each time, and each time using a slightly brighter colour. Keep building this up, going back and forth. And after a while, it starts to look pretty good. You could do this endlessly. Keep layering, using more water, less paint, have a lot cleaner blends, but life really is too short, and I'm happy with how this looks, so hey, let's crack on. Some really bright green, just for the tips and highlights of his nose, ears, and anything else that might be poking out. And then it's the same process over the rest of the model on the bone. So with each lighter colour, we're covering less of a model, picking out the edges, the raised areas, and avoiding the cracks and crevices of this little green guy. Same for the shoes. After the wash, use the original base colour and then lighten it up, covering less of the shoe, or what are these shoes? Some sort of like moccasin or whatever. Anyway, quick dry brush on the hair and feather areas. Hair and feather, also the name of my favourite strip club. That's one for another video. Give the feathers a quick dry brush of white. Then we're going to go back over them with the original colour, but watered down. Hopefully the white will help it stand out a little bit more. Picking out some details now, edges of the hacks, nails, that sort of stuff. For the base, I thought we'd go old style Goblin green. Ah yes, the green base. So I wanted to go for a classic 1992 base here, so a Goblin green, and then dry brush it with yellow. While that's drying, we need to make a shield. The original one got lost, so it's onto the green stuff. Roll it out of my trusty pen, then cut a shape using the lid, and that gives us a sort of vaguely round shield shape here. Press it onto the miniature. That'll give us the divot of that thing sticking out from his hand. There's the divot. And then a bit of scoring, and in truth, it looks crap. We'll have to go back to that shortly. Well, that green looks pretty rubbish, so we'll put this one away and give it a standard brown base. So let's cover it in brown and forget we ever done it. So that's trying. We need to make a new shield. So using a bit more green stuff, roll it out. These are forest goblins, so in my head, maybe they would use a bit of wood as a shield, so that'll be easier to make. Let's go with that. Cut this out into a rough triangle shape, score it, and that will do. Let it dry, paint it a base coat of brown to match the ground. Quick dry brush on this, already looks better. The contrast against the green stands out a lot more. What we've got to do now is stick the shield on, paint a rough design on it. Let's go for a skull, why not? Just finish some final details here. Have a final shot of me at my desk, and let's see the final reveal.